Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Balcones. This is their blue corn bourbon, finished in wine casks, coming in at a 60.8% ABV, at least 48 months old. Look how dark that is. Oh, I can't wait to share this with you. So, I'm a huge Balcones fan. Since my first time of having anything from them, I have just fallen in love with what they do. And I mean, I've reviewed, I think I'm up to 13 bottles of theirs, 15 bottles of theirs, too many bottles of theirs. Nonetheless, this more recently launched, and I was super excited to try it. Wine casks, for me, can go one of two ways. Either they're pretty darn good, and I get what they're going for, or they just go almost sour for me, and I just don't care for them. It all depends on what kind of casks they use, where they get them from, and for how long. But we just know that this is their blue corn bourbon, and finished with both Washington Cabernet and California Grenache barrels. And I've actually had the High West finished in Grenache barrels, and it was great. I loved it. It was a store pick, and I just fell in love with it. It was so good. But either way, I wanted to share this with you at home, so let's get into it. As always, we'll be trying it two different ways. First way, neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add a drop of water, see what changes up. And as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit. I will be linking some other Balcones reviews up above and down below for you to enjoy after this video. Because again, big fan. Don't get to see a lot of their bottles here in Indiana, so I have to order them and find them places and do all that kind of stuff. It always is a pain in the butt, but the hunt is always worth it. I mean, look at that. That is dark cola, dark red. I mean, it is so, and look at it in the glass. It's got such a viscous, thick, oh God. And again, 60.8% ABV. That is gorgeous color though. All right, enough gawking. Let's go for notes. Oh, this is on the nose. Beautiful, beautiful wine finishing. Mixed berries, bit of cream. That blue corn bourbon, which I've been hunting for a bottle of it. I cannot find it for a decent price except for several hundreds of dollars because I want a bottle of it. But that corn note in there is beautifully done. Bit of a dusty, nutty note, and that what I call the craft whiskey note, which is essentially antique furniture that is well shellacked and kept and just beautifully aged. That is definitely showing up on there. Maybe a little bit of like a an oil, kind of a dark oiliness to it as well, which makes sense because of its proof. But the fruit notes are right at the beginning until you get to the heft of it. So you get this kind of lively and beautiful berries and orange and kind of a mixed up bushel of different fruits. And then it just drops out and brings in all the heft and oils and richness to it. Not quite like a rich, decadent dessert, but beautifully done on the nose. Nonetheless, let's go for taste. Oh, I love this one. The ride your palate goes on here. You're not going to want to drink it anything else after this because this is unprecedented. The berry notes show up right from the get-go. Beautiful, rich, fruity notes. It then rounds out with this beautiful warmth of proof. Sweet, but grain. That corn notes in there. You get kind of like a pecan, like a candied pecan. Like if you've ever been to Buc-ee's and you've gotten their, I love Buc-ee's nuts. If you ever get a chance to go there, do it because they're gorgeous. And they're like, they got the bit of brown sugar on them and they toast them up on site. It's that kind of nuttiness to it. A little bit of a mint chocolate in there as well. Let's go for another sip. A little bit of herbalness, like a mint and like a dark chocolate as well. I love the craft whiskey note that just has such a beautiful palate to it. And even here in the finish, it's sweet just a little bit, but it's almost like that grain sweetness mixed with a little bit of an orange going on. Almost potpourri-like without the grossness. There's the mint chocolate again. Like, it is a ride of flavors. 100% a ride of flavors. All right. Add a little dash of water. See what changes up here. I don't know what to expect. It could go very south. Being that it's done in a wine cask, I don't know. Just a little drop of water here. We don't want to add a lot. But it's going to break up those oils a bit, change things up. All right, let's go for notes. Ooh. Yeah, that changed up quite a bit. It almost smells like I'm going to say like a cheap red wine. It's fruity, and you get a bit of the tannins from the barrel in there. Yeah. Spices coming up as well. No real ABV, nothing harsh on that front. But that's not bad at all. It's still got all the quality to it. That's still beautiful. There's a note, almost... my brain is wanting to say like Flintstone vitamin note. Maybe like a vitamin kind of a powdery note. Nonetheless, let's go for taste. Maybe we'll find it there. Drink's warmer. Drink's a lot warmer. It's a little sharp. But the wine casks themselves actually hold up pretty well. It drinks a little bitter and a little sharp. And maybe a little bit of that over-expired fruit or like over-ripened fruit note. It's not bad, but definitely it drinks a lot warmer. My whole palate is going, what was that? But you still get a bit of the spice. You're losing out on some of those characteristics of the fruit because of how sharp the fruit note is now. The tannins are really showing up, so you may or may not like it because of that. But the oak is there. The fruit notes are there. Maybe a little creaminess from that fruit note, but you're not getting that herbalness. You're not getting that mint or the chocolate or any of those kind of characteristics. Now it's kind of like you go to a restaurant and you have a piece of cake and that little bit of raspberry drizzle over the top. You get a little bit of that in there, which is nice. I like that. I like that a lot, actually, now that I found that. As always, it doesn't matter what you drink or how you drink it, as long as you enjoy it. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. This is good. I would definitely say if this is too brash for you, as always, that little drop of water is going to make things kind of tame, but just be prepared for that little bit of ABV kick to it. But either way, get back up to here. This is where it's at. All right, let's talk about market price, because we all know market price is market price, and it's always going to vary. So you're able to order this if you can from their website. It's $70. And I see some websites going as high as, squeaking up there a little bit higher. Most of them are not going any lower. If you can get this directly from them for $70, do it. This is a beautiful example of a wine cask finished option. Again, I've had some good ones. Basil Hayden does a really decent wine cask finishing option. They actually put some tawny port in theirs as well. It's a really weird situation. I don't even know what to consider that. But that's a good one. The Thomas S. More series is kind of funky with wine casks. Not as good. This is gorgeous. The high ABV is really, really taking us to another level. How well those two barrels play together showcases finesse and a beautiful bottle. For at least 48 months, you got to be kidding me. This is a gorgeous bottle for that age statement. And again, for $70, I would buy this every day of the week. This is a gorgeously done bottle. I'd pay more for it even. I'd pay probably $75, maybe close to $80. But damn, is that not just the most beautiful sip? This might be my favorite bottle from them after the peated. Their peated one is my favorite. But this is gorgeous. 100% recommend. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Balcones, Texas Blue Corn Bourbon, finished in wine casks. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirit I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, your last drink of the night be the best one.